Hello, Jennifer Stonage here, an attorney with Bross Frankel. I'm here to talk to you today about a couple of things that we refer to as individual unemployability and substantial gainful activity. Now, these are two terms from two very different areas of law. Individual unemployability is specific to veterans' disability law, whereas substantial gainful activity is specific to Social Security law. What I'm going to do is tell you how these two things intertwine and why you should consider working with an attorney who does both veterans disability benefits and Social Security disability benefits for your claims. So starting with individual unemployability, the VA defines individual employability as a total disability rating for compensation where the scheduler rating is less than the total when the disabled person is, in the judgment of the rating agency, unable to secure or follow a substantially gainful occupation as a result of their service-connected disability. Yes, I just said a whole lot of words that don't make any sense. But essentially, what it is the VA will rate you at a 100% permanent and total rating if you can establish that you're no longer able to work in a substantially gainful occupation. That is defined as a job in which you cannot earn above the poverty line. So in VA terms, in 2024, the federal poverty line for one person was $15,060 a year or $1,255 a month. So that was the most a person could continue to earn if they were seeking individual unemployability. Substantial gainful activity, which is similar to the Veterans Disability Regulation, is the term that Social Security uses to define a specific level of work. Now, in Social Security world, they ask that question first. Are you currently working? And if you're not working, or if you are working, is it substantial gainful activity? So Social Security defines substantial gainful activity in a monetary amount. Per Social Security, the Social Security regulations or website, the substantial gainful activity threshold is $1,550 a month before taxes, or $2,590 per month before taxes for blindness. So these two things, we have two different definitions that come from two different regulations that seem to say the same thing. If you cannot work above a certain monetary threshold amount, then you should be entitled to benefits based on the same. So the attorneys at Bross Frankel here, we know the Social Security law and we know the Veterans Disability law, which puts us in a unique position to use our knowledge specific to the notion of substantial gainful activity and the rules of disability to prove individual unemployability. Now, we can't really use individual unemployability to prove our Social Security disability case because Social Security regulations have sort of changed the way that looks. However, the idea is still going to be the same. We look at things like your ability to stand and walk. So for veterans, do you have orthopedic conditions that may be limiting your ability to stand and walk, lift, carry, any kind of physical limitations that you might be caused? Very similar to what Social Security will do. Then we look at any additional postural limitations. Can you use your arms? Can you use your hands? Are you able to bend, squat, kneel, climb stairs? Things like that. Again, these are two things that sort of go together because we look at both of these things when we're discussing Social Security claims or VA claims. And then and then we look at things like your ability to concentrate and focus. So when you're service connected for mental health conditions, the higher the mental health rating, the closer you are to establishing that you may not be able to concentrate or focus, or simply just not be a reliable employee, meaning you might be absent or tardy multiple days a month, both of which impact your ability to maintain full-time and competitive employment. And then we ask ourselves the final question, which is, well, how are these limitations going to impact your ability to work on a continuing and regular basis? 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Navigating the terms of individual unemployability, Social Security disability, substantial gainful activity. These are a lot of words that these departments use to define things that are quite fairly simple, but seem to be complicated by these particular agencies. So if you're a veteran and you're looking to apply for individual employability, think you might qualify, give us a call here at Bross Frankel. We'll talk to you about 100% permanent and total for individual unemployability through the VA. We can discuss whether or not we think you have a viable claim for Social Security disability benefits. And we can talk to you about any other issues you may be concerned about or any other ratings you may want to try and increase. So why don't you give us a call here at Bross Frankel when we get to work, where we get to work when you can.